This is the Ford Mustang GT California Special, or CS for short. And if I'm being brutally honest with you all, it's basically just a standard GT with a few extra badges. Actually, a lot of extra badges. Now, I suppose you could call the CS one of the swan song models of the 6th generation Mustang lineup, as Ford in 2022 unveiled the new 7th generation model. But before it's consigned to the history books, why don't we give this bad boy a fitting send-off? Inspired by the California Special of 1968, the GT-CS honors its forebear with an ebony black honeycomb radiator grille, festooned with a contrasting GT-CS badge in race red. The black, red, and grey side stripes that run between the front and rear wings feature a hidden California Special script that only becomes completely visible in bright sunlight. Other mods include a larger front splitter, side air scoops, and 5-spoke 19-inch wheels finished in carbonized grey. My favorite view of the GT-CS has to be the rear three-quarter. From here you can gaze upon the prominent black side skirts, a fixed rear wing, and a properly badass rear diffuser that encases no less than 4 exhaust tailpipes. Now, the latter hint at what has to be the Mustang's most enduring feature, a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine. The engine bay is dominated by a striking strut tower brace, finished with a California Special badge. But it's the oral stimulation provided by the 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that really grabs your attention. That and the output figures, a meaty 330 kilowatts and 529 newton meters worth of torque. So let's see how all that translates out on the racetrack. First things first, I really like the seating position. Comfortable, supportive. This is a cockpit that's sculpted for the driver. Braking performance is ample. We've got Brembo brakes here, so there's plenty of meat to stop this car, and not much fade. I mean, it's not an all-out track car, but you've got enough braking performance on tap to come and enjoy an occasional track day. So what about steering feel? Well, look, it's probably not the most communicative, if I'm being dead honest, especially around the center point. There are other cars out there that'll tell you a little bit more of what the front end is doing with the tarmac, but that's okay. I mean, the Mustang was never born to be a purebred sports car. It's more of a performance GT car, so I'll let that slide. So we've got a 10-speed automatic gearbox here, and to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, when the Mustang first came out back in 2014, you could have it with a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed auto. To me, the manual is definitely the one to have. Unfortunately, Ford no longer offers the Mustang with a manual gearbox, so we just have to make do with this 10-speed, and I just find it a little bit ponderous. It's always hunting. Does it want to go up? Does it want to go down? What's the deal, gearbox? Fortunately, there are paddles here on the steering wheel, so if you want to take control, you can, which is what I'm doing right now and what I recommend for going around racetracks. And of course, then we've got the power. This is a potent car. Look, at altitude, you're losing a little bit of grunt, but still, this is a car that can lift up its skirts and really get down. And it just sounds so good. Listen to that. Naturally aspirated, 5-liter American V8. One of the best engines out there, in my opinion. They've got soul, they've got character. It loves to rev. Oh yeah, loves to get sideways. This is the best part of the Mustang experience. You know, in a day and age where everything is turbocharged and homogenized, it's just so cool to have a car with so much character under the hood. And that's a big plus in my book. The GT California Special is only available as a fastback, and just 100 were earmarked for South Africa. So if you can manage to track one down, you'll find yourself in pretty exclusive company. Now, is it a fitting send-off to the 6th generation Ford Mustang? I think so. The cosmetic tweaks are subtle, but sufficient enough to let onlookers know that you're driving something truly special. And while it may not be the most precise driving tool, it's still a great deal of fun to drive. The new one has some seriously big shoes to fill.